If you're surprised to see a video from me on Sunday afternoon, it's because I never do them. There was an emergency Living Legend banned and restricted announcement that just came out, I think, about like 10 minutes ago. And when I saw it, it was such a major shakeup to the format, in my opinion, that I thought, you know what? We need to immediately talk about this. And so, yeah, let's jump in and take a look. Here it is, guys. Count Your Blessings is restricted, Zephyr Needle is banned, and Warmonger's Diplomacy is unrestricted. So this means you can only play one copy of Count Your Blessings now. Interesting. You can no longer play Zephyr Needles at all, which means I think Ira kind of just falls out of the format. And then Warmonger's Diplomacy is unrestricted, meaning that we are going to be shutting down all the Rune Blades. Now, admittedly, when this like first got like sent out a few minutes ago, somebody tagged me on Discord and was like, Aurora's back. And it's very possible that Aurora could be back. I still have concerns since, we don't have three copies of Electromagnetic Somersault. But I do think that Warmonger's Diplomacy getting unrestricted and Needle getting banned is pretty big. This does help, against like Briar, Viscerai. At any deck that's looking to basically play non-attacks and attacks in the same turn, this is very, very good against. Zephyr Needle getting banned is, I guess, not super surprising to me. I honestly have felt like Needle's Ira was better than Briar or the other aggro decks for last couple of weeks now, but I haven't really spent too much time exploring Ira because I was worried about something like this. Count Your Blessings getting banned is very interesting because I feel like Count Your Blessings wasn't really doing anything in the format. So what I'm kind of thinking is that there was a hero or heroes from Super Slam that were probably going to do some pretty degenerate things with Count Your Blessings, like Lyeth. I've been saying for weeks that I think Lyeth was built with Count Your Blessings in mind, RKO as well, probably. So this getting restricted, honestly, like I'm a little surprised, but also at the same time I see it. I want to take a minute and give a big shout out to LSS. These changes take place tomorrow, Monday, October the 6th. We were originally supposed to get the next BNR announcement like 11 days before Worlds. I don't know if they're still going to do another one 11 days before Worlds, but getting this now, like what? This is now like over 30 days before Worlds. So we're getting more time to test and prepare, which means that the Living Legend ProQuest that I'm going to go to in a few weeks is actually going to be a pretty good testament to how good Aurora might fit into the meta. So I don't know. I'm pretty happy that LSS did this ahead of time. They go on in their article to talk about like balancing decks, like playing cards here and there, like what they feel like went into this decision. They talk about like Warmonger's Diplomacy and why they banned it originally. They also talk about like Pro Tour Singapore, like I don't know, and they talk about like how it made like the timing of the PT Singapore bans might have like presented some problems and things like that. They go on to talk about like how like here, let's talk about Warmonger's Diplomacy. When we said the following about Warmonger's Diplomacy when we first restricted it all the way back in December of 23. When you sit down to play a game of Living Legend, you are supposed to be able to do exciting and powerful things. 100% agree with that. While you shouldn't be able to operate with impunity and the threat of disruption should loom, you need to occasionally get away with whatever powerful play your deck is designed to create. And then they kind of go on to talk about like they mentioned Viscerai and like just Rune Blades in general. So I don't know. It sounds like they are pretty in tune with Warmonger's Diplomacy, like being good in the meta. They also mention Dash IO. Let's see. Other decks lurking just below the top tier of Runeblade, such as Dash IO, also very much deserve the splash damage they are catching here, as their combo turns have gotten very consistent and powerful as of late. I like that a lot. Viable ninja decks in Living Legend have quickly congealed around the upsticks and run slash Zephyr Needle combination, with both Ira and Zen often running the full 9 copies. I mean, that feels pretty straightforward. I don't know. Like makes a lot of sense. I kind of get it. While we discussed the Zephyr Needle restriction, we ultimately determined that the impact of Zen to be too minimal, and we wanted to take a bigger swing here in advance of Worlds. Trying to get some fresh contenders into the mix. In addition, for the time being, we prefer to maintain a dichotomy in our Living Legend ban list. Deck cards are restricted, arena cards are banned. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Arena cards are banned, deck cards are restricted. I like that. I'm very glad that they mentioned it. Which hopefully gives context to a count your blessings restriction, which essentially functions as a full ban. Very true. While we would love to see viable control options arise in Living Legend, Count Your Blessings decks were not effectively challenging the aggressive decks at the top of the format. Those decks were too fast for Count Your Blessings incremental advantage to matter. I actually very, very much agree with that. We will continue to hold open the previously announced November 3rd, 2025. Okay, so they are going to keep the 11 days before Worlds ban date in place so that they can go back and do anything else. But this is great because it gives people time to be able to like test what like the new meta is going to look like with, like with Count Your Blessings restricted, Needles banned, and Warmonger's Diplomacy unrestricted. I love that they gave us time. We're going to get to test it at ProQuest. This is a massive W for LSS. Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Do you like that they're giving us more time? How does this affect ProQuest season for you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you hate this change. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.